God and the
Real expressions. Start your day on the right foot with Andre Donald here on Real 91.9 and 5 FM.
Right here.
www.drealfmgrenada.com. Real expressions.
we don't stand in the gap, if we don't take authority over the forces of darkness, Lord, evil would continue to prevail. And we say when good men do not, evil prevail. And God, we thank you for the many ones you have been raising up in radio land and even in their own homes and the confines of their churches to intercede on behalf of our nation, Lord. And we thank you for answering prayer. We thank you because there's no distance with you, Lord. And there's nothing you cannot do. Nobody could thwart your plan. So God, today we come against the forces of darkness. Every high thing, every lofty thing that would try to exalt itself against this nation and against the knowledge of you, the knowledge of the Holy One. We pull it down. We bind strongholds. We bind principalities. We bind powers. And we send them back to the very abyss. So we give them a U-turn. Send them back to the very source from which they originated, Lord. Because, God, we know you are in charge of this land. We give this land to you. We dedicate our land to you, our nation to you, our governments, our people, our different institutions, Lord. We ask you that you will have your free reign and rule. Take your sovereign reign and rule in the hearts and lives of men, that they will be conscious that there is a God. So whatever they seek to do in secret and in darkness, God, you're going to expose, you're going to reveal. We thank you for defending our borders. We see so many things coming through, Lord, and it's because of your goodness we're able to apprehend these criminals. We're able to get lead into these criminal activities in our land and bust all those drug barons and so on, Lord. We thank you because you are watching our city. You are defending us, oh God, and we thank you today. We pray that you'll have your free reign, Lord, and help us not to boast and say, in my own strength I have done it. Because it's not in our own strength, because of all sufficiencies of you, O God. So, Lord, we thank you. We pray for the peace of our nation. We pray for the security of our nation. We pray for your coverage over our nation, over our borders, over our boundaries, Lord. Even when we are in the middle of the night and we're sleeping and the evil one is walking, God, you are going to defend us. And we thank you. We send your spirit from the north, the south, the east, the west, Karaku and Pitimatnik. We ask you to surround our child and state with your presence. With your presence, oh God, with your protection, with your security, Lord, because we know when we call upon you, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runs into it and are safe. And Lord, today we just pray that the presence of God will fill this place. Cleanse our heart from sin. All the things we've been carrying, the baggages of 38 years, the bigotry, God, the hate, God, help us to be able to offer it to that place where we say, I forgive, I offer forgiveness. I know things was done in a lot of ways that God was not pleasing in your sight, but God, we cannot carry it on. We say, cast all our cares upon you because you care for us. So today I pray that you will comfort the families, comfort our nation, Lord. And Lord, we pray that you will cause us to be blessed. Cause your face to shine upon us and grant us your peace. Give us a blessed and productive day today. Bless everyone. And whatever our hands would find to do today, help us to do it heartily as unto God and as not unto men, because, God, you are the one who rewards. So, Lord, thank you for your presence. Thank you for saving us. Thank you for your deliverance. And I pray today most of all that men, boys, girls would look to you and know that you are the hope of the nation. You are the way, the truth, and the life. No man can go to the Father except you. And Lord, this morning we pray for salvation for our people, that we'll open up our hearts and receive you. We know that you have done the finished work on Calvary, and it is done. I pray today that you would touch somebody, meet somebody at the point of their need. Whether they need a touch this morning, come against the spirit of depression, stress, worry, suicide, all these things that keep us enslaved. Give us the freedom. You have come to give us life and give us life more abundantly. May we accept that forgiveness at the cross where I first saw the light and the burdens of my heart. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I'm happy. So, God, we pray today. Open our hearts today. Open the hearts of the little boys and girls, even as they go to school today on the platform. Grant them the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge before teachers and all those in our education system today, that you would give them a great day today. And, Lord, maybe you lighten their load and their burden. So, God, we give you praise today. I give you praise today. And I give you thanks for your hands over us. Blessings. May the blessing of the Almighty God be upon us and over us in Jesus' lovely name. Amen and amen.
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 Morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay.
38 years ago, where were you at this time?
I was in Grenada.
You was in that
I wasn't here, no.
You was in that ganja place there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That place right there.
No, I don't know.
Just up there.
I don't know. Our proud citizens of Simmons and the Grenada, I don't like when you're always looking at us as the ganja people. Leave us alone, please.
That you know, I mean, you know, I respect y'all, but I must take a little needle at y'all.
About this ganja.
Yeah, that's the ganja capital of the world. You know?
I don't know.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, blessed.
Yeah, how's your daughter?
She's good. After school.
All right, and the guy, where the guy?
He didn't.
Hey, guy, morning.
He didn't galley trying to cook and go to mountain, you see.
Guy, the black gold? Why they stop pay for that? They don't buy that again. When the best thing for you to do is to make a slingshot. Yeah. And when you get to sit down in the veranda and shoot bud. Okay. Have a good day, brother.
Okay.
All right, sis, take care. All right, good.
Bye.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5. www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Republic Bank is pleased to advise of the reopening of its Grand Anse, Steeles Complex, and Sauters branches, effective Tuesday, October 26. Opening hours are Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Republic Bank thanks all our valued customers and the general public for your patience and understanding, and looks forward to welcoming you. Let's continue to bank safely together.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Dear customer, please help us limit the potential impact of COVID-19. If you have cold, flu, or COVID-19 symptoms, please postpone your visit to Granville. We recommend using online banking to make payments, available through Co-op Bank, Republic Bank, and FCIB. You can also use check drop boxes at each of our locations. For bill balances and other information, call 237. For additional support, email customersupport@grenlec.com.
Hail the eye. Rastafari. And then say Rastafari. Well, yeah, Rastafari. Good morning, Drumsticks.
Hello, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Proverbs chapter 14. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. He that walketh in his uprightness fear the Lord, but he that is resolved in his ways despise him. In his mouth of the foolish is the rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the club is clean, but much incense is by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A corner seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not, but the knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you, my dear. How you doing?
I'm good.
How was the weekend?
It was great.
Nice to know. Take care of yourself. Have a good week now.
Yeah, same to you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
21 after the hour, yeah? We're kind of moving quickly, aren't we?
I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you're moving. Which direction you going?
Which direction you going? Where you heading? 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Me? Well, we are headed via telephone. We've already made contact, and so we're headed to the Morris Bishop International Airport. Jerry Tamer is there. Good morning, Jerry.
Hi, good morning to you, Andre. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Jerry, I need to ask you a question after you finish the weather, okay?
Okay, sure. Okay, well, a pleasant good morning to all the listeners, and let's take a look at what we have for the weather this morning, Tuesday the 26th. Well, conditions on here at Point Salines and most parts of Grenada are fair. Winds are easterly at 18 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is now 1014.3 millibars. No, that is above normal and still rising. Current temperature 28.1 Celsius, that's the equivalent of 82.5 Fahrenheit. Relative humidity 78%. Now, during the last 24 hours, we recorded only a trace of rainfall down here at Point Salines, hence our total remains at 141.8 millimeters. Let's now turn our attention to the public forecast, and this is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petite Martinique. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy, hazy, and breezy, but with increasing cloudiness this evening and tonight with some light to moderate showers. Winds easterly to east-south, easterly at 14 to 24 miles an hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling. We'll have low tide at 10 minutes to 8 this morning. High tide will be this afternoon at 4:34. Maximum temperature should get up to around 31.5 degrees Celsius today. We'll have sunset at 5:45 this afternoon, and sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:59. So just repeat the public forecast. Remember, and again, it's valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petite Martinique. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy, breezy, and hazy, but with increasing cloudiness this evening and tonight with some light to moderate showers. Okay, so that's all from me, Andre. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tamer. Mr. Tamer, what is the possibility of doing the weather forecast? If I send you a link, and that link, when you follow the link, it will bring you to a platform that affords us to put you and the others, of course, on our Facebook page and YouTube and so on and do the weather live. Would that be possible, or do I have to make a very special request for that?
Well, I think we'll have to start with a request, but I do think it's possible. I think the technology today has it making it easy for us to do that, and I think there is something that we can do. So
all you guys would need to have down there, so that something is guaranteed that it's there, and I'm sure that you have, is a laptop at the office. I'm sure that there's a laptop in the office.
Okay.
That's all that's needed. So I'll make the request.
Make the request, and
we'll see how it works.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Yes. Yeah. I think.
And just tell people don't steal his idea. Yeah? Because some people might make requests faster than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, hey, no, we can't do that. That's Andre's idea. Take care, sir, brother.
Take care, man.
One love, great. Real 91.9. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean.
This is the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, all air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Greens Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Greens Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Greens Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
Hey, I am Corporal 85 Grant, attached to CRD Eastern Division, reminding you that incest and all other sexual violence is a crime.
And me say no make them take advantage of you.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Republic Bank is pleased to advise of the reopening of its Grand Anse, Steeles Complex, and Sauteurs branches, effective Tuesday, October 26. Opening hours are Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Republic Bank thanks all our valued customers and the general public for your patience and understanding, and looks forward to welcoming you. Let's continue to bank safely together.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Good morning to folks inside of St. Patrick, yeah. And quite a few in St. Mark also. That's like northern St. Mark. Good news is, Republic Bank, they opened the doors again today, right here in beautiful Sauteurs. So, plan and say, oh boy, I had to go to Guava, I had to go to Granville. No. They're back. Back with a bang. Devon Romain, good morning. What's up, bro? No, Andre, it's Tuesday. I almost say, hey, we got water ice. No, Andre, it's Tuesday. So there's no water ice today. Antonito, how come I ain't hear you for a couple of days, bro? Yeah, I see you sending messages where it's like you dumped me, man. Somebody's online, though. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre.
Mr. Bridgman?
Yes.
To what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I didn't hear you.
To what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
So a few minutes on your timing. First of all, I was not able to listen to your program on Sunday. I heard a little piece of it, but unfortunately I also go out. So I didn't hear. But you made a statement a few months ago, and I see it actually come to pass. Again, you normally make statements that come to pass, but this one, again, you said that Mr. Persuader would never be and will never reach there to be the political leader of the NDC and to reach Prime Minister status. And here I am understanding that Mr. Persuader have taken the back seat to...
Don't drop the voice, eh? Keep
yes,
the voice.
Taking the back seat to go up as the deputy political leader of the party. While he's in the driver's seat now, he have been nominated or elected, selected to be the deputy political leader. I find that strange. How could you be in the driver's seat and decide to accept the deputy work? Something strange.
Nothing strange?
Well,
why would it be strange? But I told you it was going to happen.
Yes, you did say that. But I think it is showing incompetency. And if you are incompetent, how then you expect people to put their trust into you? I'm concerned about that. Again, I heard Mr. Terry Forrester is campaigning for the leadership of the party. And Mr. Terry says that as far as he's concerned, he's overqualified, well qualified for the position because he has served on mostly every board in Grenada, commodity boards in Grenada. And that might be true. And he have the competency, he say, and most of the board have whatever improvement they have made would have been from his influence. Now, if that is true, then it means that he should be praising the NMP for that again. Because he was only able to serve on those boards being a follower or a member of the NMP. So, again, and he's offering himself now, claiming that he is most qualified to be the leader of the NDC. What a strange way again.
There are a lot of strange things that, well, I told you that months ago, and you didn't believe me, but now it has come to pass. But as usual, Clifford doesn't believe anything Andre say, but that's okay.
No, I just believe some. I just believe some.
Clifford, I also said something I said here. Something I said on Sunday, and I believe it passed a lot of people. Now, what is happening, what is, an attempt is being made, really and truly, Clifford, to hijack this country. Right?
I was there, you know.
No, seriously, an attempt is being made to hijack this country. There are a number of, how would you say, businessmen? Quite a number of businessmen. You'll get more information from me as I go along, not necessarily this morning, but other mornings. Quite a number of businessmen and a number of lawyers. They have hatched a plan which they believe can put them in a position to control the country.
We're going back to revolution again?
No, I wouldn't say we're going back to revolution. No. I wouldn't say that we're going back to revolution. They're going to do it. They're going to attempt to do it via the the ballot box. All right? They are, as you know, different people will back different organizations or political parties in an election.
Yes.
But keep your eyes open, Clifford, and pay attention to what is happening in relation of the National Democratic Congress. When I told you that Persuader will never be, I got information that he will stand down, but I wasn't sure, so therefore I didn't say it. But I knew he was never going to be.
But then it shows inefficiency within the party and inefficiency between the person, because here all along you were campaigning that you have plans to take the party and the government further. And here now you are taking a back seat on your own. That's not nice. And it appears that every leader that the NDC would have to leave unceremonial.
Clifford, when you hear it, you wouldn't be bothered. When I really get all my information together, you wouldn't even be bothered. I'm just giving you a sneak peek here. You would be like, hold on, this is not supposed to happen. It is going to happen just the same way as you see things happening in American politics. The only difference is that they will fail. Because, Cliff, let me give you a little piece now, and I send you to do some research, yeah? The Congress at this particular point in time, they have some monies to play with. Remember I told you that, eh? And you're going to see some spending starting, Clifford. They have some money to play with. These are the same people who a couple of years ago were saying, oh, where Keith Mitchell get any money from? Blah, 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 blah. Remember that, Cliff?
Yeah.
Right.
But that matter, they say they should investigate campaign funds.
No. No. Now the question can be asked, where are you getting your monies from?
Exactly.
Do you understand? But I tell you, Clifford, they're businesses. And I believe I will feel the brunt of it. But only thing I could say is that I'm accustomed to feeling the brunt of it, in that as per usual, they will not advertise with me, because they would realize that I will do so and spill the beans in relation. Right. There will come a time, Clifford, when I will call names.
I will hope to hear.
There will come a time when I will say that there are people who are affiliated to the Morris Bishop International Airport who are in on this. Figure that one out. That is the only clue I'm giving you. There are people who are affiliated to the Morris Bishop International Airport who are behind the $1 million that the Congress has received already. And that's only part of it, Clifford. Leave me alone, yeah? You must learn to leave me alone.
I can't help you go there because...
No, you ain't helping me go. I don't, Clifford, you know I doesn't want help, yeah? I go where I want when I want.
Right.
I go where I want when I want.
Now, as I say, I wouldn't go into more of the Congress business, but I don't think the Congress, as it is now, what we're hearing and seeing, I don't think is the best way to make their decisions. And I know of personnel within the party who is not satisfied, and some of them express it on Sunday on their program.
Well, what you would see, and what you would realize is that Nazim Burke has been totally ostracized. He's been pushed out totally, yeah?
Yes.
He's been pushed out totally.
Yes. Even I heard Mr. Clement making some statement. He seems to don't know when the match start, when the match going to end, when is the break time. All he know that he's on the team.
Let me tell you something. And let me give you another piece that could happen here, Cliff. And listen to this very carefully. And I want you to answer me. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to, if you have an answer, give it to me. When was the last time you really heard Tevin Andrews speak about anything, Clifford?
About 2 weeks ago, I think.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But you realize he's gone silent.
Well, somewhat,
and he's
somewhat.
not even. You're not even hearing his name in the runnings for any position within the party.
No.
Am I correct?
No.
Okay.
I think.
Do you think that there may be a reason for that?
Well, yes, because you can see, based on how the team is setting up now, to me, it's an orchestration.
All right, here is what. There is the possibility that while we are wondering, because you have Persuader, who is following through and towing the line, and he's in St. David's. So more than likely, you would want him to run in St. David. The trick is...
But that's the only parish he could run.
Right. But the trick is, where does... What's his name run?
Deacon Mitchell?
Uh-huh.
Well, I understand Deacon will... Persuader is going to step down for Deacon.
I don't believe that is going to happen. Let me tell you what I believe will happen. Persuader will stay in his position. Deacon Mitchell will go to the seat that Tobias Clement has now. Right? And then you go and say, what happened to Tobias? Tobias believes that he can go back to Carriacou and win the seat.
We don't know the future, but that shows to me impossible.
No, but he thinks he can go back to Carriacou and win the seat. And the fact that they cannot control Tevin, they're willing to get rid of him.
That will be so.
Have a nice day, Clifford.
The last piece is I heard on a program yesterday Sunday, where the host of the program was speaking about the position with the electricity department now and the rising cost of electricity bills. And I am concerned also that government should look into that and to give some sort of report on it.
Report on what?
The bills are rising very, very steeply. And while we agree that there will be a rise in the cost of fluid because you have rise in the cost of gas, I think there should be some control because electricity bills to me going up every month, they keep to be rising. And somewhere along, I think government will have to come in, or the management board of the electricity department will have to come in and make a statement on that. It is really a shows us no right now at the way the bills are going.
All right. What I can tell you, Clifford, is that the government will look into this. I believe that they will look into this because it's not something that, okay, fine, they can just push aside and just leave it alone. Because if it was WRB, owning the company still and that was happening, right, then they would have complained. So they have to, and they will, right?
And I'm hoping...
But there's something you have to understand, Clifford. There's one thing I want you to do, son, and be mindful of, eh? Do you remember that in the past, there was a suggested linkage between the Congress and Granville? Remember that?
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Now I'll give you one bit of information. Do your research and tell me when you come to it, who was the lawyer representing WRB and where is that person now? Have a nice morning, Clifford.
I won't answer the question.
Later.
Thank you.
All right. Just gotta be careful, man.
You gotta be careful.
Good morning. Hello? Oh, okay. That call did not drop as yet. It's real, it's 91.9. Before the 8 o'clock hour, it's 15 minutes. The name is Andre Donald. It's a Tuesday morning. So we're just coasting along. Watch, one of the things that you have to understand is that you have to follow the money. You just have to follow the money. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yeah.
The only place that he could get money to campaign is from GCN.
With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
You just gotta be careful. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Mr. Primus, good morning to you, sir.
And we are also being careful in the north.
Well, you gotta be careful. You gotta
we
be
are
careful.
not missing in action.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love to hear that.
We are not missing in action, Mr. Donald.
I love to hear that.
So those who feel that the Northeast, St. George's Northeast is missing action, you better think twice.
I love think twice.
Mr. Donald, have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, you too, man.
Good.
Listen, people, we have to just pay attention. Pay attention, pay close attention as to what is going on. Try to connect the dots with Morris Bishop International Airport, reputable business company in the city. Try to connect those dots. And also remember that there was a gentleman who recently had issues. Recently, that gentleman had issues with Grenada. It wasn't just Keith Mitchell, he had issues with Grenada. He had issues with how he believed Grenada should be governed. A man who ain't born here, a man who is not of our lineage, but he believes that he should be able to tell us how the country should run. Back again, slavery could be. Modern day one, at least. Now, again, do you remember what he said? Realize that he ain't giving up. He ain't giving up at all. So, a vote for the Congress is a vote for modern day slavery to continue. Remember, I said to you this, a vote for the Congress is a vote for modern day slavery to continue. Because this gentleman, he said to Grenadians, change leadership, He said that, Be mindful of that. Now, he has, based on information received, that gentleman has gotten into the fray, if you'd call it that. Follow the money. We need to continue to follow the money. Do not, and let me speak to the supporters of the new National Party. Do not believe that this election is a walkover. If you want to win, get your butts off and start to do your work. And I mean like now. Same thing to the other party too, But they have nothing to offer. they have nothing to offer. Do you understand? Grenadians, you have to come to realize what is going on in your country. Do not for one moment believe that there aren't outside players who are willing to spend millions. Well, they've started already, but they're willing to spend more millions to change the government. And let me tell you this straight up. It's okay. It is okay to change your government, you know. But your government should not be changed by outside forces. Do you understand? Your government must not be changed by outside forces. Big businesses are seeking to take over. And you, people of Grenada, should not allow big businesses to take over your country. Not because you were born into it means that you have to continue to have it. You're born into it. You didn't work for it. But you figure, okay, fine, because you're born into it, you could just do whatever. Doesn't go that way. Come on. Think. Start thinking, Grenadians. Because if they, meaning, realizing, it's not rocket science. Because if big business takes over, ask yourself this question. Simple. Simple question to ask yourself. Who representing you? Huh? Who representing you? I am not going to take a one paintbrush and whitewash all the lawyers in Grenada. No. You have some very good lawyers in Grenada who are interested in people and justice for people. However, you know, and you have said it already, people. Yeah, you have said it. And you continue to speak it in different corners in Grenada that all the lawyers are working together. You remember, you know you're saying that? You've said so. Do you know what is happening now? Pay attention. Pay attention as to what is happening now, you know. I'll tell you something. Our website, meaning Real FM's website, and we consider ourselves small station in the back in the woods. Yeah, that's how you look at us. So we say, okay, fine, no problem. But you're going to hear the small station in the back in the woods. But dig this. Our website. Well, yesterday morning, speaking to Vandel, that is his responsibility, he said to me, Dre, we get hacked again. I'm like, what? He says, yeah. I says, but this is like the third time in in less than 2 months. He says, yep. He says, and what happened is that this time they hacked and they started to delete files that we used to build the website. Yeah. So I'm like, wow. He says, but I kind of cut it in time so that we didn't lose too much in relation to the website. But when I come in Tuesday, tomorrow morning, we'll have to make some calls, and we may have to spend some monies in relation to fixing the site once and trying our best to ensure that it doesn't get hacked again. Now, why would you hack Real FM's website? Why would you hack Real FM's website? Yeah? As I said, we're a small station in the corner in the back in the woods. What's the big deal? Yeah? You don't need to hack our website. But hacking the website wouldn't stop us from being positive. And I'm not saying here that you have to support NNP to be positive. Joke. No. You don't have to support NNP to be positive. You have to be a Grenadian to be positive. That's it. You have to be a Grenadian to be positive. If you're not a Grenadian, then you're not positive. And not just Grenadian in name because you're born here. You have to show that you're Grenadian. You have to believe that you're a Grenadian. Yeah. And not just want to be in a position because you have a set of money that you think can take you in that position, and you feel you're a Grenadian. I tell you what, I believe, and you can tell him I said so, Ali Matura, after Sunday, Ali either ain't supporting no party or he looking to call me to say, boy, I want to do something, become a member of the NNP. After Sunday, and if that ain't happen, then Ali is not a true Grenadian. After Sunday, Ali either supporting no political party or he be calling me and say, Jay, I want to become a member of the new National Party. Because he will see what they will do to mash up the Congress on Sunday. You see, they only want the Congress for one reason. Because like the new National Party, the NDC is a home name. Like the GULP is a home name. But the people in the GULP, they ain't giving up that easy. Money ain't buying them like that. Can't buy GULP as heights like that. But there are people within the Congress that can be bought, that are being bought as we speak. You understand? It is real. It is 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. We'll take a commercial break. It's 8 o'clock and we'll be back.
You think of Granville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? a reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Granville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away, 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.granvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Granville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Granville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Granville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most. Your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Republic Bank is pleased to advise of the reopening of its Grandance, Steeles Complex, and Sauteurs branches, effective Tuesday, October 26. Opening hours are Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Republic Bank thanks all our valued customers and the general public for your patience and understanding, and looks forward to welcoming you. Let's continue to bank safely together.
Republic Bank, We're the one for you.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful.
When you go, where you're walking, what you're doing, whatever, you gotta be careful. You know? When you're waiting for Robert White and him to link you and they ain't link you, it's a bad thing. Let me double check to make sure now they ain't link me. All right. I vex, you know. I want to do so and blow. But nah, I don't take it easy. David Charles, good morning. Landon Jane, what's happening? You know, everything good? There's so much that I can tell you, There's so much that I can tell you. Or put it this way, there's so much that you need to know. But as I like to say, it's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. Christy Batiste, good morning to you. How you doing? Here's hoping that you have a wonderful day, man. Girl. There's so many things that when you start to realize that this is what is happening, you'll be like, really? And remember, I said to you that there are going to be a lot of National Democratic Congress supporters who are not, going to be supporting the Congress this coming election. That's a fact. Why? Because of things that are happening and because of things that will be revealed. But of course, as I said, no party should ever go into election being complacent. NNP understands that more than anything else. They remember 8-7. That was complacency. That was complacency. Not 8-7, sorry. It was 4. Hold on. 10 and 4 is 14. Yeah, 11-4. That's what it was. So it wasn't complacent. It wasn't the 8-7. 8-7 was a bit of complacency too, because they won, but they were complacent. And then 11-4, boom, complacency hit them in the face. And that is when NNP decided, look, this is never happening to me again, so you have to understand. Do what you have to do. Good morning.
Yes, I was just about to correct you, but you corrected yourself.
I smart, you know.
Yeah.
You forget I smart. What?
It is true, 11-4. Yeah. And yes, you're quite right, you know. NMP did come complacent at the time. They thought that they had it there already. So they was not doing the groundwork. And it's a bad thing for a political party to feel that you have it there and you're not doing the groundwork. And a lot of people don't understand that when NDC won the election, it was the same Peter David that stimulated the NDC in the Sortes area for Mr. Tillman to win his seat. I don't think a lot of people realize that. I heard Ms. Claudette say that the party is more united now. They had a little infighting, but the party is more united now. But what they forget is you expelled 10 persons out of your party. Mr. Terry was saying that Peter and them left the party too, so if he leave NMP, there's nothing wrong in that. But what he's forgetting is they expelled 10 persons out of the party. He was not expelled out of NMP. He left NMP because he did not get his desire. He said he asked the Prime Minister to be a candidate. The Prime Minister turned down that, and he asked the Prime Minister for a passport to for him to travel with his wife, a diplomatic passport, and he didn't get that. And that he turned for that. That's a totally different thing. You turned because you didn't get your right. These other people, the 10 of them was thrown out of the party. So if you throw out a man, he have right to take a seat or to go where he feels is right. And Peter came into the house, and the house accepted him. So the NDC must look at it from two different things. A man who is want to lead your party now, he did not get what he wanted under his party. And he moved. But he moved with all the accolades because he's telling you today that all what he gained came from the NMP. That's what Mr. Terry, saying. But in Peter and Church and them, they was thrown out. Totally different thing. So if you throw me out, I have the right to go and get where you want. So the situation with NDC is two different things. And when they threw out, the 10 people they threw out was unconstitutional, because the Constitution says if you have a problem with any member, you have to carry out an investigation first. You have to vet the people, the person that you're accusing for wrongdoing. You have to have a meeting with them. That was not done. That was not done. You went to a general council convention and you called the names of people and you threw them out. Totally. No organization does business that way. You have to give the person that have been accused a chance to declare themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bridgman. Thank you so much. 13 minutes after 8 o'clock. Follow the money. I'm calculating, boy. I can't write calculating this morning. Like calling following the money. All right, let me give you the updates now. As of yesterday, confirmed cases 1. Active cases 119. 0 deaths. 13 persons recovered. Brilliant. Number of persons currently hospitalized, 9. All right. So the figures going down. But we have to keep it going down. We're bringing it to 0. We're bringing it down to 0. You bring it down to 0. But the amount of information that I do, so I tried to store in my head this morning. Yeah. Yesterday, I sat and I thought about a lot of things, and a lot of things just like came up to me and I realized, damn, this is what is happening. Grenadians. use your head. Use your head. And that is a line I take from a calypso by Elimus Gilbert, one of the first songs that he did. Grenadians, use your head. Time to use it before you're dead. Follow what is happening. Follow what they're planning. You understand? Follow what they're planning. Let me tell you something. If you don't follow what is being planned and what could happen if you are not aware or you just going along willy-nilly and really don't care, when it happens, don't blame anybody else, you know. Don't blame anybody when it happens, you know. It has happened. And now, you have a chance to ensure that it does not happen. Let me give you a little piece of thing. Follow this. American politics. Big tech, yeah? Backed the current president, Joe Biden. Today, people are starting to complain about big tech. But that's all they could do. Complain about big tech. There's nothing they can do. They can't change the president. He's already the president. So I'm saying, don't let that happen to you. You know better than that. Do not allow foreign influence to dictate your elections. Otherwise, you will forever be in their feet. Or better still, in their pocket. Because they will control you. You understand? Ali Matura. Ali! How you doing? That young guy, brilliant mind he is. That's what you think. But if he was a brilliant mind, he will not allow himself to be bought. Who am I talking about? You figure it out. Follow the money. And I will tell you all something that y'all be like, Andre, you must be a crazy man. You know I don't know a lot of things in relation to football. Yeah. Because my good friend in the football will usually tell me, you know, what's going on, what's happening in relation to the football. But my good friend in the football never tell me that, you understand? He thinking too. Brethren, you know where you come from. You know where you get to. You know what caused you to stay the course. Do not deviate. All right? Do not deviate. Don't behave like the dog and his shadow. Don't let go what you have, thinking you can get another. Yeah, the footballing on it too. Oh, don't ask me how I know them thing now, man.
Meet the challenges of life.
Asking me thing about how I know them thing, where I know them thing, where I get them thing and them from. drop it, fall it in the road. Like when I coming down this morning, I see an envelope, I picked it up, I opened it. I thought it was money, I opened it. It wasn't money. It was how money is being spent. Yeah. 91. Good morning, Grenada.
So fast pay. On you an easy way to pay. So fast pay. So fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay. So fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Green's Concept introduces the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, all air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Green's Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Green's Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Green's Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
He said he don't really want the AstraZeneca. He said what he really want is the Moderna or the Pfizer. But if he can't get that, he go wait on the one from Cuba. Plus his friend in the country making a special one from Bush and they calling it the push in the bush. I said, boy, don't be stupid. The best vaccine is the one you can get right now. Because while you're waiting on vaccine, COVID not waiting on you, you know. So take what you could get today because tomorrow is another story. Plus vaccine is not just about you. It's about you protecting your co-workers, your friends, your family, your community. You don't want to bring nothing by them and they shouldn't want to bring nothing by you. So make sure they get the vaccine too. I mean to say you wash your hand, you wear your mask, you keep your distance. So what's a little vaccine? A jab here and a jab there and you're done. It's just a different kind of jab. So boy, take in front before in front take you. Get your vaccine now.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Republic Bank is pleased to advise of the reopening of its Grandance, Steeles Complex, and Sauteurs branches, effective Tuesday, October 26. Opening hours are Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Republic Bank thanks all our valued customers and the general public for your patience and understanding and looks forward to welcoming you. Let's continue to bank safely together.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
$8.25. No, I don't understand. Seriously, I just have serious problems. I mean, and that is the second. Oh, there's my brethren. Let me do. Oh no, no, Andre, we don't do it like that. You're crazy. If you do it like that, then you're gonna end up in problems. We've got a caller though. Hold on, brethren. I'm coming to you. I see you right there. Good morning. Oh, lost that caller. Okay, so let's do it. Good morning. All right, so I need to do this first. So I use this or this? Yeah, okay, so we use this. Good morning. Okay, so you had children playing? Or? No, I ain't taking place. All right, so I transition already, so next thing I need to do is this. All right, yeah, watch my brethren, Dave. You see my watch, man. Jesus Christ. Good morning, Stan Philip. How you doing?
I'm trying to fix my mic.
Well, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, but I'm hearing you on the computer. I want to hear in my headphone. Good morning, Andre.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm fine. Are you hearing me clearly? No feedback?
Yeah. No feedback.
Okay. Because I was just trying to switch to
You just trying to what?
I was trying to switch my hearing to the headphone, but sometimes
Okay.
this thing acts up. I don't know what to come.
All right. Are you there?
I am.
Well.
And you said you're hearing me.
You what?
I said you're hearing me.
Yeah, I'm hearing you clearly. I don't know. I'm getting a feedback now, and I don't know why I'm getting a feedback from you. Are you doing anything different, Stan?
No, I let me go out and come back in, please.
Huh?
Let me go out and come back in.
Okay, yeah, try that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting a feedback there. We don't normally get feedbacks like that. So let me see if old Stan Buddy could go out and come back in, and we see what is. Johnny Charles! How you doing, Johnny? How you doing, my brother?
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking.
Listening to your radio, Roses S. Lewis. How you doing this morning? Yeah, I was trying to figure out there how we getting that feedback, but we should not be getting any feedback. That should not be the case this morning. Not from Stan, in any case. Now, Franklin Sween. Okay. Oh, Johnny, congratulations. How you doing, Johnny? Congratulations. Fully vaccinated. Congratulations, Johnny boy.
Without fear, greed and jealousy Man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to
Now, Franklin Swin said to me, Jay, you sure that this whole jab thing was not set up? Well, Franklin, you have to understand who were the main players behind the whole jab. Key player, as we've already said it, behind jab playing is the guy from Tivoli. You know that. Guy from Tivoli. He was a key player in the whole thing, especially in the St. Andrew area. Now, there's another guy. And you know, some people, I just choose to let them remain nameless until I ready to deal with them. There's another guy who's seriously into the culture too, who took the opportunity to encourage folks to play jab. And that was it was a part of the whole ploy, but what happened is that it backfired because they did not realize that so many people would have died. And so many different sanctions would have had to be put in place so as to ensure that this thing is controlled. And now it's back to a certain level of control. It's upsetting them more than anything else. They wanted chaos, but they did not want people to die. That is what it was. They didn't want people to die, but hey, you can't have your cake and eat it. It's not possible. Let me tell you something. Governance of a nation is not no fly-by-night thing. Politics, you get into and you move up through the ranks. Somebody said to me, oh, Andre, Barack Obama, he didn't have to go through no ranks. Joke you making. You ain't know nothing about politics if you tell me that Barack Obama did not go through the ranks. You ain't know about politics. What I suggest you do is that you go research that one. And then you can come back and talk to me. I say to you, friends, big business and the lawyers, sorry. Big business and the lawyers, not the lawmen. The lawmen is the police. Big business and the lawyers are seeking to. They are seeking to govern you on all fronts. Imagine they control your gasoline. Imagine they control your lumber and hardware. Imagine they control your food. And when you take them to court, they are still in control in the court. Careful, careful, careful. Careful. You understand? Imagine that, you know. They control what you eat. They control what you wear. They control how often you bill or what you bill. They control that. They control petrol. Big business. Imagine that. Somebody trying to reach me on this WhatsApp number here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Andre.
Yeah.
Greetings from Tempe.
Hey, are you that?
Oh, I mean that, yeah.
What happening?
Well, I'm just cool, just listening, you know, enjoying the program so far. enjoying the talking points.
I just want my people to be aware of certain things. They must be aware
Right,
because
so I realized the talking point this morning became on Greenlick and the high cost of the bills.
yeah, that was something a caller raised in relation to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I said to them
Right,
that I
so-
believe that government is definitely going to look into it.
Right, so let me tell you my take on this thing, right?
Uh-huh.
We was on some lockdown weekends, which means that we were home, right? So consumption of things going to be a little bit more, TV going to be on longer, fans going to be on longer, lights going to be on and off, fridge has been open longer and stuff like that. Are we not looking at these things?
But that is something too. That is something too. Yes.
Right.
More television
Because
on.
I am looking at
more television on, more music playing, more things happening. Yeah, that's true.
Correct is right. So at least we got to look at that. No, I look at my bill, and my bill is actually it's kind of high, and I am fortunate enough to could read my meter. I could watch my old bills and do the calculation myself, and basically mine is correct because I have AC, I have fan, internet, heater, electric kettles. Let's name it, I have it, and it's being used every day. So I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But the talking point of bills getting high and they didn't see the reason why. People had to negotiate their minds and know what they're doing and know what they're saying because everything is, you can't have your cake, as you said, and eat it too.
You can't have your cake and eat it. There is something else that people are not paying. There's something else people are not paying attention to. They're not paying attention to the fact that they would have used less fuel. Those who have cars would have used less fuel over the past time because they would have been on lockdown and their cars, instead of having to do something full up 3 times a week, they full up twice or once a week, 1.5 times a week, that kind of thing. That too, that we have to pay attention to.
Yeah. So we have to look at it. We have to look at these things and at least navigate around it because we're just making assumptions and I think some of the time we make the wrong assumptions.
Okay.
Everything has an explanation. Every living thing. And like you, this person that talked on Facebook about the jab was set up. That wasn't set up. It was planned.
Okay.
I saw it. It was planned. And I keep saying that the instigators of these things, when the movie star was in the company of the Minister of Health and the Minister of Miss Bain, Oxford, they come for them neck. They say, well, there wasn't wearing masks, charge them. The goodly minister came out and said, well, the police get in contact with him and he's going to be charged and he's going to pay his ticket. But there were 2 well-known instigators that was making the derogatory remarks to the Prime Minister. And what happened to that? I want to know what happened to that. Because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Nothing has been done about that. And those 2 individuals are still, well, one, still instigating a set of nonsense and propagating stupidness, as usual, which I'm enjoying listening to right now because it's a real comedy show to me right now.
Yeah, go on, have your fun.
On a serious note, we need to take this thing serious, and like I keep calling it, to the Minister of National Security, do your job, because things I'm seeing on our certain live, just like how the United States right now is investigating the people that is in Congress and is in the Senate for what happened on January 6th, the own members. They want to know where they was, what phone calls they were making. If you look below certain Facebook Live and you see certain statements, there are warning signs below these things. I'm saying it openly. We don't want to happen in 79 and 83 happen again. And what I'm seeing here is a modern day equivalent of that. So I'll leave that there, Sanji. You have a good day.
You too. Tino, take care of yourself, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
My good friend Antonito. Have yourself a wonderful day. Roland McDonald, good morning from Munich. Good morning to you. Is it Munich locally or Munich in Canada? Roland, where are you? Are you here or are you off island? I don't know. Munich, which Munich, man? Give me an idea. Is Munich supposed sad story, but if Grenadians can't hear, they will feel. Well, I guess so. Oh, morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, boss.
And good morning to your listening audience.
Uh-huh.
No, don't give people the wrong impression that I am so into what is taking place in Grenada, but I'm not an island.
What do you mean by that?
Based on the last comment you make about Munich.
No, Munich. Somebody said good morning from Munich.
Yeah, well, so that's me.
Oh, Roland McDonald?
Oh, well, you find that name sounds too sophisticated?
Okay, that's you. I didn't know that was you.
All right. And let me get straight into it. First of all, I believe the Jab was set up, one, to defy and to provoke a violent, and to provoke a response that would have been violent in nature. That had failed. Now, and that is my most substantive point here this morning. Since 2013, the NDC had Tillman Thomas, Nazim Buck, Mr. Andal, Franca Bernardine, Mr. Adrian Thomas, and now they have Mr. Philip and Mr. Mitchell. 7 different persons in 6 or 7 years vying for the leadership of the NDC. In my common sense opinion, that shows a total lack of political stability in this group. And that's why they are going into the convention where anything goes. Andre, it hurts my heart to see a party that was so vibrant, with so much possibilities and potential, could have deteriorated to such a mushy mess that I can only categorize that mushy mess as wet toilet paper. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Hey, my good partner return. Well, let me see what happening with him this morning. Stan.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
The thing is,
I'm not hearing any echo on my end.
Okay, I've been trying to use my headphone and it somehow is not connecting. So I said, let me go back to just the mic on the computer and speak on the computer. So let's hope it holds up.
Are you hearing me okay?
I'm hearing you okay, yes.
Well, we're good. Yeah, because I was wondering, well, where is this echo coming from this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hold 1 second there. Good morning. Sure. Hello? Okay, goodbye. Yes, Stan. How you doing?
What's the discussion this morning? I'm not hearing no insurance related talk yet.
Oh?
Is it because Robert is not here?
Well, I'm trying to figure out this thing now, Stan. Because did you do anything different now?
No, I did nothing different.
Because I wasn't hearing any echo, and then, well, it seemed like if it's gone.
Yeah.
All right.
We can.
I sent the link out very early, as you would have seen. I sent it out very early, but I got no response from Robert. Nor did I get any response from Ryan.
You think that they're taking today for Monday?
That is a business they could take today for what they want to take today for. I don't know.
They're taking today for Monday, I think. I think
you're being a very nice guy is that you're apologizing for them early.
Yes, well, sometimes my deceased mother used to say, who are good food taken from?
Yeah, well, I guess you helping them. I ain't helping anybody.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? How you doing? How's your weekend?
The weekend was very quiet and fruitful for me. I did some things. I usually go to the office on Sundays, but I kind of took it easy Sunday, and yesterday I did some house chores. So
you did some house chores?
Yeah. I do house chores,
I realize.
It is not, and it's a routine. There are some things that I have to do, so nobody else does it but me. So I performed one of them yesterday.
It is said that you can make a nice baked chicken. I've heard that.
I could make everything. I can make, well, I am more noted for big turkey.
A big
But
turkey. All
I
right.
can do, yes, I do. I do that. Did I promise your staff at one time to do a turkey for them?
Ah,
I'm asking.
smart guy. You remember?
I'm asking. I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I think I
That's how I
did.
reminded. That was just my way of reminding you. I knew you would
Yeah,
call.
well, you'll get it. Well, Thanksgiving is gone, so when you have in your virtual staff party, I'll do it
That
then. It will be
that
interesting
means
to see this virtual staff party as well.
virtual staff party stand.
Yeah.
You want to eat the turkey for yourself because it's.
They have to deliver. No, what would happen, Andrew, is that you
Mm,
do the packages, have it delivered to every staff. Then you on Zoom. You eat on Zoom. You talk on Zoom. You know what we did at GDB 2 weeks ago? We call
what?
it light moments, where the management, staff, and directors just got together for about 2 hours, and we had the light moments. And unfortunately, it was Andal and myself that were tasked with the responsibility of keeping them smiling, laughing, or whatever. Um, we were told that we did a good job. So I'm not gonna blow my trumpet, but I've always said I can hold my end when it comes to entertaining. I mean, I have a serious face, but I can make a dead man laugh.
I'm not even gonna laugh here. I'm
No, well,
not
you see,
dead, and I'm
you
not going to
passed
laugh.
that because you passed that stage. You see.
Yeah, past that stage. Past that stage.
Yes,
Thank
yes, yes. Yeah. Andre, I have a question. I don't know if you want to attempt to answer, or we may have a couple of people that may want to call in to answer that question. It's insurance related. You know, the government is on the path to roll out a national health insurance program, right? The question I have is, do you think Grenadians would willingly contribute towards such a program, or would they consider it a burden on their pockets? I am posing the question to you first, and you may have people who may want to call in and seek to give an answer. So you have a situation where at present a small number of persons have private health insurance, and generally you have to be working with a company. Company pays 50% and you pay 50%. And if you get sick or you need to go to seek medical attention, then you use your company card, go to the doctor, pay first, and then get reimbursed, because that's how the system works here. It's a pay first system. So even if you have health insurance, you must pay first and then make a claim to get reimbursed. So my question is, in government's attempt to do a national health insurance, the concept worldwide is that every citizen makes a contribution. But in the present construct where um, everybody's complaining about limited funds, let me put a question to you first. If you have a situation where currently any medical care you have to undergo, you must find the money to go yourself. You have a situation now where you're told, well, for a reasonable contribution, that burden is taken off your back. Would you make that contribution?
The contribution of health insurance.
Yes, towards national health insurance.
Yeah, willingly I will.
We will. Do you think
Yeah.
the state Grenada is in right now, Grenadians will be willing to do that?
No,
Why not?
because people are concerned about monies, and they're concerned about living now and not living tomorrow.
But if they get sick,
Unfortunately,
yes, sir.
you see, the mindset, the mindset of the people is that if I get sick, I go to hospital, and the hospital is supposed to be able to take care of me. If the hospital can't take care of me, then what happens is that my my friends and my relatives, if I have problems with a tumor somewhere that the hospital can't take care of, my friends and my relatives will organize a motorcade, and they will raise the money and they will send me abroad.
Okay.
And
You know,
government gonna contribute some and stuff like that. And my representative in my area will contribute some. That is the mindset of the
that's the
people.
mindset of it. I went to Colombia about 3 years ago. We visited about 17 or more hospitals, right? Because we were then looking at um, where can we get tertiary care for a reasonable sum of money. So
You're
we
rubbing
went.
something, Stan. Is that your
Oh, sorry.
mouse? Yeah.
Yeah, I was touching the back of my computer. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was sensitive. Yeah.
it
So
is.
we were trying to find institutions that would give us um, quality care at a reasonable price. So we went to Colombia because they're noted for quality healthcare at very reasonable price. And we had a meeting with one of the larger hospitals, and we were saying to them, in Grenada, we have primary health care. We have some measure of secondary care that when you go to the hospital. Tertiary care is almost non-existent. So for certain procedures, you have to travel overseas. So the gentleman asked me, so when somebody is sick and you cannot provide the care on island, what happens? So I said, well, if the monies
Motorcade.
cannot be found, then he goes under, right? Now this was my phrase, right? So the gentleman said, oh, you mean you're sending them all the way to Australia? You know,
If only he knew.
if only he knew. So I hear the way you describe the mindset. Unfortunately, there's some procedures that cannot wait for a motorcade. I haven't seen a motorcade for a while. And again, you have no guarantee that you'll raise the sums. Some procedures need immediate attention. You cannot wait for people to collect monies. So yes, that is one thing that is being done. But there are people who need urgent care. There's no motorcade. They don't have the money. So they're waiting to go under. I mean, this is the reality we have in Grenada right now.
Stan, the thing is, what we need to understand is that the national health insurance, while there's been talk of it, and the government has put a committee in place. Is that it? Am I correct if I'm
Yeah, well,
suggesting a
there
committee?
have been committees, yeah.
There are different committees and whatever in place to do whatever. One of the things that is missing, and it is something that's missing in a lot, the whole aspect of selling, Stan. The whole aspect of selling this idea to the people is non-existent. And
Wow.
that is where the problem is. Because if you have a situation where you want people to buy into this and you expect people to come and say, okay, fine, yes, I'm going to willingly contribute to my health care through this national insurance. But you're going to wait until you launch it to tell people, hey, you need to contribute. Nobody's talking. No one is speaking this language at this particular point in time. And again, it goes to these committees that are put in place. It's like they don't understand. And not just committees, that the crux of the matter is people believe that, okay, I put it on social media, or I put up a flyer or something and everybody knows. No, Stan. We have to move away from that. And we have to do something, realize that there has to be discussion. People, listen, while we may want to believe that in the way of the world, or Grenada to an extent. Well, not to a great extent. Now we want to believe that hey, social media and what is what is sending the message across. Good old radio and good old newspaper and good old television is still around, Stan Philip.
Yeah, well, just some, I don't want to call it corrections, but I think Grenadians probably have, well, they probably have to be reminded because I remember when we, because this has been, we have been talking this, Andre, from since 19, as far as I am concerned, in 1995,
Stan
1997.
talking, Stan
No, no,
talking that
I'm taking you forward. No, I'm taking you
uh,
forward. Just hear me out. 1995, 1997, there have been about three committees formed. Um, when the government changed and NDC came into office, they formed a committee. The first committee was headed by Kennedy Roberts. I was a member of that committee. That was around 97, thereabouts. When NDC came into office, they formed another committee headed by Chester Humphrey. When NDC lost, government formed a third committee and they kept Chester Humphrey, Senator Humphrey, as the chairman. That's the last official committee that was formed. A lot of work was done. I'm saying that to say that when I was very, very involved, we had consultations in every parish, and people were brought in and they asked questions and they were told how the program was envisaged to run. Subsequent to that, it was decided that NIS should take the lead. I was then sidelined. Um, I'll give you the reason off the air. And NIS took the mantle. We got a grant from a group called IBSC, India, Brazil, South Africa. We formed the secretariat. So there was the NHI secretariat housed at the NIS. 2 years, work was done. UE was brought in. UE did the report. They did the review. They did the recommendations. Right. The project ended, and the recommendations was on the table. It was, we were then in a position where we either had um, to follow what you recommended or do an amended approach to what you recommended. One of the things you said then was that they recommended to government that they institute payroll taxes so that persons who are employed would make direct contributions towards NHI. We, in our consultation prior to UA's report, got from the people who came to these consultations loud and clear that they do not favor targeting salaried workers because it means that there'll be quite a group of number of people who would not be making contributions. I think you call them the unestablished workers, or whatever name they give them. So the amended recommendation was that you introduce what we then call a health levy, right? Which would have been working similar to the VAT. So every purchase you make, a percentage of that purchase would have gone towards the NHI fund. In my humble opinion, that was the most um, equitable way, because the guy who decides he doesn't want to work, and he begs or he borrows or he steals, when he wants to eat, he has to purchase. So every dollar he spends, a percentage would have gone towards NHI, right? That was the last proposal that was on the table with regard to contributions, right? So it would not have been a direct, I'm paying $20 a month, but it would have been, as I consume, I'm making a contribution towards NHI. In my humble opinion, this is still the best approach because it covers practically everybody. Okay. Now, where we at right now is that there's another company that was called to do a pre-implementation program, and that work is ongoing. But because of the current situation we're in right now with regard to COVID and all the realignments of spending, I'm asking that question. I was not asked to ask a question. I'm asking the question because I think it's good to get a feedback from the population, from people, whether or not they are willing to contribute, whether it's through a health levy or through a direct payment. Because in my humble opinion, Andrew, the thing is that with a national health insurance, it is a bigger version of a private health insurance. So the guys who are with company and they have their insurance, they probably pay $120, $125 per month. That's a contribution, right? For their group health insurance. Now expand that several times. So in one instance, you have a company with maybe 60 employees or 40 employees, and because of the numbers, they are now able to pay between $150 and maybe $200 if they want to include their families in a group health plan. Now expand that to a country, right? So, I mean, when I do my rough figures, you're basically looking at the average Grenadian, if he's making a direct contribution, probably paying $50 or $60 a month towards health, right? That's if he's making a direct contribution. But if you're using the levy, then it means that he doesn't take money out of his pocket. I was very heartened when I heard one of the potential um, officers of the National Democratic Congress promoting a tax for health insurance. I was heartened because I'm saying if that is the thinking of the main opposition, then the current government would have no issue in introducing it. Now, what is going to happen, I know. If, for example, I'm not saying it's going to happen, like I don't have a crystal ball. If, for example, the government of Grenada says we're going to do a 2.5% health levy in addition to the 15% VAT, you would hear some people want to make this political, right? And others would say, well, another tax again. Everywhere in the world where national health insurance is done, people pay for it. It is not gratis from the government. So my position is that I think people should contribute. Now, as far as the policymakers are concerned, they may say, well, at this current time, we don't think it's appropriate. But I think the people should speak on that. The people should make a determination to decide whether I would prefer find $250 to go and do a CAT scan as against I'm paying $30 or $40 per month so I can do my CAT scan, I can buy an operation. If I need overseas care, I get overseas care. When I need medication, whether it's in the formulary of the Ministry of Health or not, I'm going to get it. So if you look at the cost benefit analysis, I'm of the opinion that the little that people can contribute towards the health would go a long way in sustaining it. And I'm not campaigning, I'm just putting out there that I don't think it's a tax. I don't think it would be a burden in terms of people's output. What I think it's going to be is it's a contribution towards your health and your family and colleagues' health. So that's my position. I don't know if you want now to align my position to the mindset that no is not a time I want to pay an extra $25 for my health. But I still.
So are you saying that you would contribute, or are you saying that people should contribute? What are you saying?
I'm saying that people should contribute.
Okay, what's government saying?
Government have not declared. The original position of government was that people should contribute, and the consultations we had, people bought into the idea of contributing. Now, because of the current economic climate, right? I don't know if government would want people to contribute. But the question is, will government be able to do justice to a national health insurance program without people's contribution? So you have two sides of it. People can't afford it, so let's leave it alone, but people need health care. Where do we stand? We in the middle here? You do your damn, you don't your damn. So Over to you.
I'm just gonna say this. Oh, you leaving? Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving.
No, I
I'm
was
just
the sun was coming on my screen, so I
oh.
won't run away from that angle.
Only thing I'd say to you is that already people don't pay for healthcare in Grenada, so to get them to pay for that is going to be a task, right? Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Say that again.
Already people don't pay for healthcare in Grenada. Is that correct?
Certain aspects they don't pay for it. Primary health care, they have an option. You know what I say? Anybody who
When you
pay
go
for
to
health care
the
in
no,
Grenada,
when you go to the hospital, do you have to pay
no, well, there's some things you have to pay for, but they
in the
don't. I mean,
hospital? What do you
yes,
pay for
there's
in the
some.
hospital?
Huh?
What do you pay for? You go to the hospital and then your foot is broken and they need to do an X-ray. You don't pay.
Well, there are some primary care benefits you don't pay for, but there are some things people who go to the hospital will tell you that they'll tell you we need this medication. It's not in a formulary because government have a formulary. If the medication you need is not in that formulary, you have to buy it.
Well, yeah, but you
Whoever
don't pay for it. You don't pay for it at the hospital. And medication
they
is
give
not
they give
necessarily the
you
same.
the
Medication is
prescription.
medication is different. It's not like okay, yeah, it's care, it's health care, it's part of the whole thing,
Yeah,
but it's different.
yeah.
But I'm
But
saying to you that you don't you it, what is at the hospital? If you go into the hospitals then and you're a patient at the hospital and you need a particular type of medication that is available in the hospital, they don't charge you for it, do they?
no, they don't charge you.
So you don't pay for healthcare in Grenada, do you?
Some aspects you don't pay for. If
Some
there's
aspects, like what?
certain
Like what? Like what?
yeah
Like
certain procedures, Andrew. For example, if somebody have a you have to do, let's say, a prostate procedure, right?
Hmm.
You can get it done free. Yeah? I mean, you can get it done without pay, but you may have to wait 9 months to get an appointment
The
to get it.
important thing is that it's done.
Yeah, but
Let's
then
look at
you see
the
that is
services provided. Hold on, the services provided. Length of time is a different issue.
well, it is
But
critical, for
the
health.
fact, no, let us not deal with that part of it as yet, right? How long you wait is not necessarily the issue I'm discussing here. What I'm discussing here is that it is available for you, correct?
But availability in healthcare is not only yes, it's here. It also speak to timeliness
Stan,
because I know you don't want to go down that road, but I'm saying
we could stick on the time issue and we can
no,
stay
no.
here for
But
the
I'm
rest of
saying
the day.
when you're talking,
Let us say that everything was timely. We agree that everything is timely. We fast forward and we make everything timely. Do we pay for healthcare in Grenada?
you see, I can't say no, and I can't say yes. I'm saying there are certain aspects that we pay for because if you want to pull medication out, that's healthcare. If there's certain medication that's
I'm
not in
not
the
pull.
formulary,
I'm.
you have to
Uh-huh.
pay for it, right? There's certain procedures that they
Okay.
will tell you we do not
So let me
offer
frame it
here.
different.
Yeah,
Let me frame it different. Let me frame it different. The health care, i.e., services, i.e., medication that is available at the hospitals in Grenada, do we pay for it?
I'm going to qualify my answer. I'm going to qualify my answer because I'm saying medication is part of healthcare, and there's certain.
I included that. I also said that is available.
You say in
You didn't hear
Grenada,
that part.
You said in Grenada. Is that it? So maybe you should say available at the hospital. Don't say in Grenada. Because if you say available at the hospital, then I can answer you. If it's
Okay, so
available, you get it.
you know that is hospital I want to say, so don't play
If you
bright.
if you if if you no, you see, because you go to the hospital, Andre, right, and you have to do a CT scan or CAT scan, right? There's some of those procedures that the government would cover. Others you have to find the money to do it. You are at the hospital and the doctor says to you, "I need you to get the MRI." It's not available at the hospital. You have to pay for it if you need it, if you want it. So there are some services that's not available at the hospital, but it's available in Grenada. right?
So
So
let me try to put the question again another way that you probably would be able to. All the services, medication that is available at our hospitals, do we have to pay for them, or do we have to pay the Ministry of Finance for them at any point in time as of now?
No.
Say again?
We're not. No, we're not. No,
don't go on. The one word, the one word you that one word gave you. Hold on, Bridget.
I have to continue because there are certain on the books. There are certain things that are available at hospital that have to be paid for, but because the system is not in place to make collections, it's not paid for. There are certain procedures that has to be paid for, but the system for collecting monies is not in place. That's why I said I have to qualify the no. All right? Okay. So we get that off the table.
Now we can get it off the table.
A qualified no. That's my answer. A qualified no.
So you're saying that the system is not in place to collect the monies?
No.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because it's true. It is very true. It is
qualify that. Qualify that.
Listen. There's there's supposed to be a system of collections at the hospital, right? For certain interventions. And that system is not in place. Do you know, Andre, that there are persons who have private health insurance, right? They go to the hospital, they get treated, right? That service is covered under the health insurance policy. But the government of Grenada do not collect that money because there's no system in place to collect. Do you know that there are foreigners who come to Grenada, have had interventions done, want to pay, and they can't pay because there's no system in place for collection? I'm not telling you, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. And you could get the Minister of Health anytime and he'll tell you the same thing I'm saying, right? So we do not have a proper system of collection for services that have to be paid for at our hospitals. That is the reality.
Is it that we do not have a proper system of collection, or is it that the people who are supposed to be collecting, who are supposed to be ensuring that it is implemented, is not doing their work?
The system is what's missing. The system is what's missing.
So you're saying that there's no system in place to collect any monies at the hospital?
Oh yeah, they collect. If you want to do an X-ray, you pay for X-ray. Or there's some
I'm asking you the question.
No, well, I'm answering you, Andre.
Okay.
I'm answering you. I will not give you the answer that you probably want to hear, but I'm saying there are certain services. You go to the hospital, you go to that little office at the front, you pay for it, and you get the service, right? It's not everything that's at the hospital that's free. You know, there's certain things you have to pay for. And there are people who pay for it. Ask Cami and she'll tell you. If Cami is listening, she'll call you and tell you that. No. I'm talking now not just the $10, $15 things that you're paying for. I'm talking about a foreigner comes into Grenada, has a serious accident, goes to the hospital, gets operated on, gets treated. At the end of his ordeal, he wants to pay, but he cannot pay because there's no system in place to collect from him. I'm talking about the insurance companies. People pay in the insurance company a monthly premium, right? And they cannot bring a claim to the insurance company because there's no system in place to process this claim. I'm talking about what's happening today. So insurance companies collecting money from people and living off the government. I mean, they're riding free. This is the reality, Andrew. This is the reality.
So then, how do doctors who do work at the hospital, how do they collect?
How do they what?
How do they collect?
Well, if the doctor is employed with the government of Grenada.
No, when they do their private stuff, I'm talking about.
Okay. They pay nothing.
But don't they collect from people?
Yes, they collect from people because you see what they do, and that is that's a big bone of contention. What they do is that they see you in a private office, then they take you to the hospital to do the operation or the procedure, bill you from the private office, and pays the government of Grenada not one black cent for using the facilities, for using the nurses, for they don't pay. Bottom line, that's the reality.
I hesitate to believe that there isn't a system in place. I
Right.
can understand, hold on, I can understand that there's a system that the administrators are not ensuring works or is instituted. But I can't see, Stan, that the Ministry of Finance, which is right down the hill, will be sitting there and have been sitting there all these years, and they have not put a system in place that is
Well,
giving away money.
don't take my word for it.
It is probably that the persons who are supposed to ensure that the system works are not doing their job. So that
Oh,
needs to be investigated.
I somehow can claim that I'm a little bit on the inside, so I know what I'm talking about. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can ask the minister directly. You can ask the PS in health, and this is
What should I ask? Should I ask them whether there's a system or whether or not the system works?
ask them if there's a system first, and then if they when they answer you, ask them if the system works. So if you get an answer to the first question,
Well, I
no,
think we have come to the conclusion that the system doesn't work. We've come to
no,
that
no. I'm
conclusion
saying
already
there's
based
not a
on what you
system.
said.
I'm saying there's not a system. You saying that maybe there's a system, but it's not working. If you get no to the first answer, then you don't have to ask the second question. To the first question, you don't have to ask, if the first question is their system and they told you no, then you can ask the second question. If you ask the first question and say yes, then you can ask the second question: is the system working? I'm saying, Andrew, and this is something that has been, um, how should I say, talked about for a while, right? The whole question of the I don't want to say computerizing, but using electronic systems to track and trace and bill. It is not there, Andrew. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying from ever since the hospital was seen as a place where people come and get free service, right? And on our colonial system, that is how it was designed, right?
So
So
I'm going a bit far here now, Stan. Didn't we just employ a hospital administrator? What's a person there to do? Only to just ensure things are okay at the hospital and not to ensure that funds are
the
collected?
manager in the hospital, that's my answer. And I leave it right there. That's my answer. But you see,
What is
the
your
thing is
answer?
that
What
I
is your
said
answer?
they are managing the hospital. As the administrator, they are administrating the running of the hospital. As to tell you exactly what they do, I can't answer that. Their name is hospital administrator, and they are the administrator for the hospital. That is one thing that I know that is not there. And like I said, don't take my word for it. Follow it up yourself. But let's go to the broader picture. Your statement was that people do not pay. Let's go back to that. All right. Generally, I say anybody who wants to pay for primary health care, anybody who pays for primary health care in Grenada wants to pay for it. If you pay for it because you want to. So the doctor comes to your visiting station, however it's called. You go there, you see the doctor. If the medication is available, you get your prescription, you collect it, walk away. Not 1 cent, right? But you decide, I'm going by Dr. James. You go to Dr. James, he gives you the same care. Well, I'm not even going to say the same care. Some private providers of healthcare, you walk into the office, what do you see? A stethoscope, right? A blood pressure machine. What else? Maybe a scale, sometimes a cot, right? And they talk to you, sound you, take your pressure, whatever. Then they write you a prescription. Okay? You go to the health center, everything that this private doctor have, they have it in the health center, and probably a little more. But you decide to pay that guy $40 to see you, to tell you your pressure is high, right? That's your choice. This is against the backdrop that I'm saying that anything, if you have to get primary health care in Grenada and you pay for it because you want to pay for it. Secondary care, you can decide to go to the general hospital or to go by the other one, the private one. That's your choice. Is the service better in the private one? That's for you to decide. What I do know is that they move people from the private one to the general hospital at times because some of the equipment that is at the general hospital is not in the private hospital. The point I'm making is that at present, for primary care, secondary care, anybody who pays for it takes a decision to pay for it. So, in summary, healthcare in Grenada is already free. Why then are we talking about people contributing towards the national health insurance? That's a big question. If it's already free, then I'm saying to you, if you have to get diagnostics, if you have to get MRI, CT scan, whatever, you have to pay for it. It's not available in the hospital. So you go across on the coronary and pay $1,500 or $2,000. That is why you need national health insurance, so that diagnostic will be included in your healthcare provision. So you don't have to find $1,500 to pay for a scan. It's part of your package, right? Some of the medications are not in the formulary. Ministry of Health have a list of medications that they make available at zero, at small, zero or little cost. As a formulary, any medication that's outside of that, you have to pay for it. So you go to even when you go to the public doctors, to the health center, he writes you a prescription, and they'll take and say, "We have this, we don't have this." Not that they don't have it, we do not carry this one. So you go to the pharmacy and you buy it. Okay. What national health insurance is going to do is ensure that any medication you need for, well, let me qualify that, for established or agreed upon sicknesses is provided. National health insurance doesn't pay for everything. There are certain things that's outside of it. But those that are included, any medication you need, any procedure you need overseas care, nobody has to be jumping on a truck saying, "Give us $10 or $20. It is provided for. So you may say to me, "But letting people go to Cuba." Time again, Andre. In healthcare, time is critical. You might walk into a doctor's office and say to you, "I want you to immediately go and get this thing done. What I'm seeing, we need to take care of it." So he sends you to do things that you would not get done in the medical stations. You have to take the money to your pocket. So if an average a Grenadian spends, let's say, another healthy ones, those who have health challenges, he spends, let's say, $5,000 a year. You find that song a lot? $5,000 a year? 5,000 divided by 12, that's $416 a month. There are some people who spend more than that on their health, right? National health insurance is not going to ask them to pay $416 a month. They might be paying $75. Paying is the wrong word. Contributing $75 a month towards the healthcare. And they have no headaches. I'm promoting it, Andrew. They have no headaches because people need to see the bigger picture. I'm promoting the concept that if you make a contribution towards your health, you're not spending money, you invest it.
But I think you're in front of it, Stan.
No,
and let me. Come on, let me explain that. Let me clarify. According to you, let me clarify that. When I say you're in front of it, it's simply this, Stan. We have been talking, and I go back because I made the statement earlier. We have been talking national health insurance now for quite a while. successive governments have done so and put committees in place. This committee, that committee, this committee, that committee. And Stan, where we have to start is to educate the people, because a contribution has to be made. Whatever means we choose for that contribution, where it may be a direct means, meaning deduction from salary or something, but then that may not cover everybody. So you might want to go to an indirect means, according to my good friend Jester. Jester, good morning. An indirect means, which garbage or electricity, or as you suggested earlier, Stan, put it on purchases, whichever means we use. It will be, I believe that it will work out being paid for. However, what we need to do is to start to educate. We are not doing that. You are a voice. You're like John the Baptist, a voice crying out in the wilderness there, Stan. Because the other people, your committee, if you are on that committee, your committee has not decided, okay, fine, let us push this narrative. When the people wanted to play their jab, months they're planning it. We want to do something that is good for the nation. And you're all stuck in a room? Huh? You and Anchester Humphrey and them stick in a room? Still trying to do so and iron all this thing? No. Get a PR committee and say, hey, in 2 weeks, we want to know what is the best way to start selling this idea to Grenada. Selling the idea of health insurance first and foremost. How we as a people will pay for it is a different thing. Because Shirley, down on the bus terminal, she's retired. She's past 70. Is she going to get it? Well, she's already receiving health care free. But when it comes to health insurance, what's the thing for if she has to have an operation? Is it going to be free? If she has to travel abroad for attention, is it going to be free? What's going to happen to our retired community? What's going to happen to our children in school? Will we be asking, because they probably can be at greater risk, will we be asking for a different means for them to pay? Stan, you guys are not doing anything. What's up?
Well, I would not say anything. Maybe the noise is not loud enough, but all of what you said should be done was done.
It was done?
Yeah, on more than one occasion. When I was involved when it was directly under the Ministry of Health, we had public consultations. When NIS was in charge of it, they had public consultations. So it was done. If it has not filled down to
honestly tell you.
I'm just letting you know. I mean,
I am laughing, and I will continue. Every time you mention that term, public consultation, I'm going to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because you for yourself know that ain't filtered down to anybody. So don't mention that. Do better than that, Stan. Come on, we brethren.
It was done, and I'm just letting you know it was done. I mean, as I say, how effective it was is another question. I agree. I mean, I have been to practically every parish. I've been in St. Patrick. When we got there were about 6 or 7 persons who turned up in the school at the back of the church, right? So it's you can bring the
school. Hold on. There's no school in St. Patrick's at the back of a church.
Okay.
So the wrong place. He didn't come.
Well, yeah. Well,
Johnny,
okay.
He didn't come up here.
Let me say by Lippers Hill there, right? Isn't there a school inside there?
Lippers Hill? Yes, there's a school there, but it's not at the back of the church.
Well, I mean, don't hold me to the words.
No,
now.
well, I have to hold you to work. When you say back of the church, I'm thinking, well, which school he went to?
Okay, in that area, in the area of the church, right? That sounds better. That's what to Mr. Donald.
If
Yeah,
it
but
works for
I mean,
you.
I'm not defending. I'm saying I agree that something as that touches the national health of the people needs to reach much more people. But do not disagree that our people, unless you get somebody walking the street and stopping everybody, you organize something where people can explain a program, right? And you invite people to come, Andre. I don't know how, I don't know how many people show up. If they don't show up, um, I have to say that there was consultation as to the effectiveness and the participation is another matter. I am sure as we get closer to a possible launch, there will be an intensified effort to reach more and more people. Right now, let me just give you.
Are you going to ensure that the 45 minutes you spend talking about this month that I get paid? Because I just see this consultation thing as people getting paid.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's how I see it.
the use of the media would be one of the key things, and if you
But
if you
that should have been on the platform a long time ago, Philip.
if you're providing a service, you have to be paid. Well, you see, Andre, I can say that if you for you to understand the history of NHI in Grenada, I'm going to have to put you sit down because unfortunately, I've been there from the concept, right? Now I've been sidelined several times, whether by government or otherwise. Not this government, sorry. But people, this morning I was with my children, taking them to work, right? And we were talking about a particular um, program, and we came to the conclusion. I already know that, but we came to the conclusion that if you want to succeed in certain projects in Grenada, find a front, right? If a white guy or a guy with a foreign accent comes in and he pushes a program, you'll find the crowd will be bigger than if Andre pushed that program. I don't know if you have that experience, but I've had it before.
Stan,
Somebody
all I will say is this. Before a certain individual came to Grenada, my grandmother and my grandaunt and everybody, and your grandmother, great grandmother, everybody was making chocolate. The only thing is that they weren't adding sugar. And I say no more.
All right.
Figure that one out.
I figured it out already. So in Grenada, it has a lot to do with the messenger, because the message could be good. Depends on who brings the message. You won't get an audience, right? I think we know what we're talking about.
But still, as we're gonna we have to take a wrap on this one now, Stan. But
Right.
I say this to you and the people who are involved. The time you came to St. Patrick, I'm wondering how were the people invited, and did your grouping do what most people do, pass around with a loudspeaker the day before, and thus ignoring the fact that people have things that they plan to do? Why is it that you don't bring Why is it that you don't bring the message if you know you're going to be in St. Patrick on the Thursday or on the Friday? Why don't you start advertising it? You don't have to come to the radio, but you got your loudspeaker and your loud hailers, that is, and you can go around and whatever. Why don't you start advertising it on the Monday so as to let people know what you're doing, and a quick reminder on the Wednesday because you come in Thursday, and not come on Wednesday to tell people, hey, we have this happening on Thursday, you should come. People have other things that they want to do.
Okay, so let me answer you and say to you, I'll find a copy of that bill that was paid to Real FM to promote all of the consultations that we had.
Find a copy. Find a copy
Yes,
of the bill.
I have the
Find a
contracts.
copy of the bill.
I have the contracts for Real FM for those
Find a
consultations.
copy.
For the
And you know
promotion.
what? at the same time, you know what to do?
What?
Send the check that you guys owe.
so you acknowledge that you
send. Well, yeah. Well, if you're gonna find that, then send the check.
That's what I know.
If you're going to find that, then send the check, bro. It's important that you do that too.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
We'll resolve this thing amicably, but
this thing will not be resolved because
I would strongly recommend when next this discussion comes up, not here, that I mean the conversation we're having here is very good. I mean, I can give some feedback when there is those people with big ears listening, because I agree, much more needs to be done. But I think the general message I think I want to put out is that we should not look at any possible contributions to a national health insurance as a cost, but as an investment. And as we continue to collaborate, as opportunities come to have discussions, of course, Real FM would be on the top of my list to reach all people to have that discussion. Because I think it's overdue, it's necessary, and it's needed. So, Mr. Donald, thanks for having my rusty voice on your radio for all this time. And to your listeners, I know we'll get feedback. People would probably say that they agree or disagree or they learned something. At the end of the day, you are providing a public service. God will shower blessings on you. Not money. Money go finish. Blessings don't finish. Thank you, Mr. Donald.
I'm not even going to bother to reply to that, Stan. Have a nice day, bro. Take care of yourself. All right, then. Good.
Take care.
All right, good. Bye-bye.
All right, then. Bye-bye.
Real 91.9, 91.5. Stay with us.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Granville, we are united even when we are apart.